February 4th, 2012. The New York Knicks have lost 11 of their last 13 games and are matched up against their crosstown rivals, the New Jersey Nets. Enter the 6'3" point guard who had played less than 60 minutes all season, who was undrafted out of Harvard, and who had never been given a fair chance in the NBA, Jeremy Lin. In this game, one of Lin's first where he played a significant role, he erupted for 25 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds, leading the Knicks to a win over the Nets. This was the start of one of the most exciting eras in modern basketball, which came to be known as Linsanity. Jeremy Lin would light the league on fire, going toe-to-toe with the likes of Kobe Bryant and John Wall, two of the best players in the NBA, where he would often lead his team to victory. But Lin's story is about so much more than an undrafted player dominating the opposition. It's about a player who made the league against incredible odds, who endured racism and ridicule, and who gave kids like myself someone to look up to in the NBA. I'll be the first to admit that I, like a lot of kids, had dreams of playing professional basketball. I was pretty tall in middle school, and I fell in love with the game at a young age. A lot of my friends and teammates would say I reminded them of Yao Ming, the 7'6" Chinese demigod who was literally bred for basketball just because I was tall and half Asian. Don't get me wrong, Yao's an all-time great, and they never meant any harm by it, but it felt like it was the by-default answer, since Yao was one of the only notable Asian basketball players in recent memory. That's why a player like Jeremy Lin was so important. He grew up in Palo Alto, California, to two Taiwanese immigrant parents. He played basketball at his local YMCA, and he more or less grew up the way an average Asian American kid did. One of my favorite moments from Linsanity was the buzzer beater Jeremy hit to beat the Toronto Raptors on February 13th, 2012. He called his own number, he stared down his opponent, and he absolutely nailed the shot.
Tied at 87. Lin with the ball in his hands. Fans on their feet. 5, 4. Lin for the win. Got it.
Despite Jeremy Lin's dominance only lasting a few months, his impact is still felt over a decade later. Lin still uses his platform to speak up against issues such as Asian hate, and he's become a somewhat notable figure on social media. Not many players have had the impact Jeremy Lin did in such a short time. He gave so many kids the opportunity to see themselves in the NBA, going head-to-head with the best of the best. Jeremy Lin showed that not only could Asian American kids belong, but they could dominate. I don't think I quite grasped how significant Jeremy Lin's presence in the NBA was when it was happening. He was a lot more than an exciting new player bursting onto the scene. He carried expectations and stereotypes with him that few players have really ever had to face. Lin has been out of the NBA for a few years and recently has been playing professionally in China. He hadn't officially announced his retirement, but in a message posted to his social media pages in March of 2021, Lin expressed his reflection on his NBA career, writing, "I didn't get it all done, but I have no regrets. I gave my all and held my head high." Obviously, I didn't go on to play professional basketball. My hoop dreams died when I realized that running suicides was a part of every single practice, and I really was not a fan of that. Despite this, the idolization I had for Jeremy Lin when I was a kid hasn't gone away. Not only did he forge his own path in one of the most competitive leagues in the world, but he did it with millions of people watching his every move. He stayed true to his beliefs and his roots, and he's shown people that you really can do anything, no matter what anyone else says. He's always going to be one of my favorite players, but it's for reasons that are so much bigger than basketball. Thanks for watching.